Being an awakened one can be lonely sometimes, but it doesn't have to. And today I want to share with you how the four sacred truths can help you to never feel lonely ever again, and to help you along the path into your real true purpose here on the planet as an awakened one, to be an embodiment of your true self, of the source, of God, of the one. That's why you've been awakened. And it's why you can feel so much love and connection in your life, or to God, maybe out in the wild, out in the sacred, out in the peace, far away from humanity and from all of the, struggle of being human and interacting with others. This is where all of our sense of separation and all of our suffering and struggle comes in. But the four sacred truths are these truths to help you along that path. And feeling alone, becoming awake, and knowing there's a greater truth. And depending on your, where that journey has taken you, how deep that's taken you into the one, into God, into Source. It's hard to come back and be in the modern world that seems so separate, so disconnected. And I know you're probably feeling that way. And waking up and feeling so much love and connection and potential, knowing in your heart that there's something more, there's a more connected, more empowered way to be living in the world. It's hard to see people suffering. It's hard to see the world expressing in all the ways that we are disconnected and creating trauma and drama and problems and destruction in the world. It's hard for our heart. It's hard for my heart. But there's something we can do about it, and there's a reason that you're awake. There's a reason I'm awake. I believe life wants us to be. Maybe not all of us, but, I think that is the path. An awakened humanity. We become an awakened one. And the only way to do that is through our own experience, seeing through the illusion of the separation. That's the path, that's the work. And the feeling of feeling alone and feeling disconnected from everything and feeling maybe even superior, like you got to go out and fix the world. There's all these, problems, and you've got God, and becomes all righteous. There's all these traps in all of that, right? So I just want to help you go down that path more simply, more directly, to be what you are, to be the blessing that you are, because as an awakened one, that's what you're here to be. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because you're here to be that. It's what I'm here to be. To overcome the illusion of our separation, as Thich Nhat Hanh has said. It's beautiful. And in the ancient Native American wisdom of Aho Mitakweyasi, I am connected, I am related to everything, to all of life. That's what we're here to embody and realize and be. And that's what the four truths can help you to do. So the first one is that you are never alone. Because you never are. God is always here. Source is always here. Consciousness, presence, spirit. And the feeling of being alone, is the modern dilemma. You can say the whole modern paradigm is one of this dysfunction of separation, not knowing what we really are, not being connected to the earth, to spirit, to the heart, to each other. It's living in this place of fear and lack and separation and trying to be fulfilled by the world around us, which is never going to happen. We're always going to still feel incomplete. So the key to the first truth and living into that is to be connected. And if you've been awakened, then you have that capacity. I don't know that you can unless you've had some kind of awakening in your life, because then you're just a part of the system, the program that's going on. There's no real self-consciousness or awareness of beyond yourself. That's how it was for me growing up in this world. And it wasn't until I had an awakening to something greater and feeling in my heart this connection to life. It was just a knowing, You can feel it, you can sense it, you can be connected. It's a practice, and it always starts in the heart. So I'm always sharing this, breathing into the heart, being connected there, creating coherence. This is how you create connection. You're reconnecting to the very source of life within yourself. And it changes your consciousness when you do that. When you reconnect, you plug back into the very heart of the universe. You feel that oneness, you feel that connection to whatever degree you can. It's like a spectrum, and the more you practice this, the more you practice connecting, alignment, the more you open this bandwidth to increase that connection. And then you don't feel alone anymore, because you feel connected to your own self. You feel in your wholeness, which is God, which is the source. It's all the same. And the more powerfully you live into that, the more you just want everyone to live that, right? And what's the way to do that but to just, honor all things in life. So, be connected. And the second truth is that you're always choosing how you feel in each moment. So, once you learn this connection, you learn how to be connected and what it feels like to not be connected. You begin to develop this discernment of dissonance to resonance and realizing you're the one in charge. Resonance is when we're in full alignment, mind, heart, and body, thought, feeling, and action and desire, all in alignment. We just resonate on this higher frequencies, this pure frequency of intention, of consciousness, of awareness. And then dissonance is when we've got dysfunction and trauma and patterns and stories and thoughts that are in contradiction to what we're feeling and what we're doing and all these things. That's all creating dissonance in our field, in our experience. And we're the one choosing that. We're creating all the suffering. We're creating all the experiences. We're creating the feeling of separation from all the people in our lives and that we've got to fix them or get away from them or all these things. We're creating those states. We're creating those stories. We're creating these energetics with each other. You're always choosing. So to be empowered, this is the key of this second truth. Be empowered over your state. And that starts with always coming back to connection, alignment, choosing alignment, finding alignment, recognizing when you're in dissonance, and how to come back into a state of resonance, wholeness, connection, freedom. Because it's really the only thing you have power over, right? You don't have power over everybody else. You can't make the world change. That's just an endless loop. It's just create more suffering for you and everyone else. So you're trying to purify the world, make everybody else be awake or whatever. Be conscious, be good to the earth, with all these, no matter what your paradigm, whatever your strategy is, whatever you're trying to change in the world, the more that you like attack the world, the more it's just, feeling attacked, and it's just going to respond. And how does that feel inside of you? That's really the main discernment. So can you be connected and in a state of empowerment over your own state of being, and which leads to the third truth, which is that there's nothing but love. As you start to see and feel this connection, living more deeply into your own truth and seeing that in others, because life is like a big hall of mirrors. If you're walking down this hall and every mirror you look in is you, but it's life. It's life reflecting back at you. It might be in, me coming right here, or it might be your children or your partner or your boss or any of those people. They're all reflections of you. This is the wisdom of life. Life is a reflection. Life is your mirror. We're all this one. And the mirror, doesn't just reflect what you are. It reflects, it's a multidimensional mirror. This is the multidimensional magic of reality. Because we have people who reflect our shadow, show us our shadow. They show us our greatness. They show us how we can be loved. They can show us how we're weak. There's all these reflections, all these different parts of ourselves that we are experiencing through life, through our mirror of our life. And you begin to live into this truth that there's nothing but love. Because love is the guiding force. Love is really the root that we are, in the very core of our consciousness. The deeper awakening, enlightenment, embodied presence that we become, the more attuned to love we become. Because you realize you're the one choosing your state, it just naturally happens that you desire to be love. That's the most empowered, most resonant, high and expanded and embodied, full frequency. Love, peace, freedom, bliss. They all live in this deep heart of the self, of truth. And you can choose that. You can choose to align to that. And what are the stories? What are all the energetics? What are all the beliefs that you're holding that aren't allowing you to experience that, to really live into there's nothing but love? Because if you're choosing it, if you begin to live into that second truth, really being empowered in yourself, then where does that stop? Why would you stop yourself somewhere in that path? Can you be even more love in this moment? And this is just, compassion. Just seeing, okay, there's a person showing they're in suffering. I mean, you can do something about it. If you have that impulse, you can just love them. You can be present with them and just be there for them. You can do something else. You can be like, okay, there's that. I'm going to go this way. It's not, the more deeply you live into the truth of who you are, really resonating in that's your primary. It just opens you up to a freedom, allowing life to be what it is. And seeing the love in all things, because you feel it and you notice. As soon as you just start judging something, anything, what happens to your field, to your state? Are you in resonance anymore, or are you creating dissonance? I could tell you're always creating dissonance. Judgment does. Prejudices, all the things that we do. This is all the egoic stuff that keeps us in a state of separation. Keeps us feeling lonely and all alone in the world. We're the only awakened one and all these kind of things. It's all the ego. But you're free and you're empowered to be here and be what you want to be. To be your truth, to live into that. And the deeper you go in that, you're not here proving anything to anybody. Truth is beyond convincing anybody of anything. It's just embodying in the truth, in the love. So that's the key of the third truth, is to be love. And when you begin to fully embody that within yourself, into the heart, into the higher heart, and expanding out in your fullness, your light, your dark, bringing all the polarities together, unifying in the heart, experiencing that unity, that oneness, all your suffering welcomed in, all of your struggle, all your dreams, all the bliss, all the things, everything coming together. And the fourth truth is what you begin to embody, something beyond words, but could be said to be, you know yourself as the one. You're the one, I'm the one, everything is one, everything is God, everything is source. There's no separation from anything. And then here we are, celebrating this life, this amazing opportunity and experience of consciousness, to be here, to go sit on a mountaintop like this with this incredible view behind me, right? To hear the birds singing, people talking off in the distance, and the cars zooming by in the valley, and just life happening is so magical. It's such an amazing thing that we're here. And it's so beautiful. This fourth truth is what you really are. That there's nothing but God. You are God, I'm God, there's nothing but this God, essence, pure awareness, consciousness, bliss, source, freedom, one. It's all right here. I love these truths. I hope that they served you today. They apply to life in so many different ways, and I come around to them again and again. These truths were given to me in a direct transmission experience with the divine, and I've been embodying and living into them for over a decade now, and just seeing how beautiful and amazing and simple they are. That's really how they came to me. I asked for a simple way to help humanity, to raise the vibration of humanity, of this human experience, because I know that's why I'm here. That's why you're here, the awakened ones. Not because we're better, just because we can, because we're here, we're doing the work. We desire that. And it starts here. That we just be it. We be what we are, be a presence of love in the world. And everything else will flow from that. So, when you feel alone, you have the steps. Just be connected. You can be empowered. You can be love, and you can be God. Oh.